Alright everyone, welcome back. I refrained from making a video about this topic yesterday because I really wanted to see the proper outcome of this and what would happen to IShowSpeed and whether he got banned or not. But essentially I'll give you a quick rundown if you aren't caught up to speed. See what I did there? Yeah, okay. A couple of days ago IShowSpeed straight up flashed himself during a live stream to about 24,000 people. No joke, there are literally clips everywhere exposing it, and pretty much the entirety of Twitter at this point has seen IShowSpeed's meat. Now for a bit of backstory, because that is a pretty crazy thing to say at the start of the video. About a month ago, IShowSpeed had some really serious health problems. He was having cluster headaches and had some really puffy things going on with his eyes. This put him out of streaming for about 2 weeks. Now we should all know that IShowSpeed normally acts pretty crazy in his streams, and the reason for that is to get as much clips out of them as possible and, you know, make him go even more viral than he already is. Pretty much his whole brand is just to stream for about 3 hours, and during that 3 hours do the most outrageous stuff he possibly can to make those clips go viral. And this is pretty much the reason that Speed is on about 19 million subs at the moment and nearly about to hit 20 million in probably about the next couple of weeks. But pretty much during his 2-week break, it was pretty obvious that the first couple of streams back were going to be pretty crazy, considering that he hadn't been able to stream for about 2 weeks, like considering his health problems. So from Speed's perspective, he had to make these first 2 streams as big as he possibly can, or at least just the first few. Now the first stream back that Speed did was actually pretty normal, and you know, you can still see it on YouTube to this day, so clearly there's nothing wrong with it. But there was actually a stream done after this, which is no longer on YouTube, and obviously you can't search it up and find it anymore. And that's because during a Five Nights at Freddy's game that he was playing during this stream, he made a pretty huge mistake. During that game, he got jump scared, and you know, as one does when they're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, he immediately proceeded to start jumping around the camera, screaming about how he missed Chica and how he wanted to have intercourse with the character, which obviously is a complete overreaction. And you know, he started jumping around, screaming. He's like, oh my god, you know, just screaming all sorts of stuff that I probably can't say on YouTube. And we all know why Speed did this, right? It was to get a clip viral on YouTube and TikTok, and just, you know, get another one of those 10 million viewed TikToks out there to grow his platform. But what ended up happening during this clip, I really don't think he intended on happening at all. Obviously, Speed has done some crazy things in the past for attention, right? We have the whole 4th of July fireworks, which almost set his house on fire. We have him eating the world's hottest nuts and having to call the cops on himself or something like that. He's thrown his PC around. He's done backflips in his bedroom, like to hit subscriber milestones. Pretty much this kid will do absolutely anything it takes to get viral clips, and honestly, I can respect the grind. But I don't think becoming iShowMeat was in the plans of something to make him more popular. Now granted, this could have all been premeditated, right? I'm not going to rule that out. And Speed could have actually wanted this to happen and wanted his fans to clip it up and make him more popular on Twitter and Reddit and everything like that. I mean, if he tried to do that, it's definitely worked, because, you know, I'm making videos about it, Moist Critical's making videos about it, Cheeto is, Sensitive Society, but everyone is making videos about it. But I just don't think that this is something iShowSpeed would intentionally do and intentionally want to happen. I just don't see that happening. And the reason for that, right, is that I'm the exact same age as iShowSpeed, so I can kind of relate to him in a way, in like, I guess his maturity levels. I'm also 18 and I was born in the exact same month as him, January 2005. I'm older than him by literally like 10 days, so I mean, I'd say I'm pretty much the same age as him. Just about the last thing I would want to do 8 months after turning 18 is for a clip to go viral on Twitter of me flashing to an audience of 24,000 while screaming extremely sussy stuff to Chica at Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I just don't think that that is something that iShowSpeed would want to do. And if I was in his situation, I wouldn't want to do it either. I mean, bro, the kid has 20 million subscribers. This isn't just some random 1,000 subscriber channel making a mistake on a live stream with 2 viewers and, you know, everyone just forgets about it. This is iShowSpeed flashing to an audience of nearly 30,000. Like, this is a pretty big thing, bro. I don't think you lot really understand. This kid is 18. But anyway, one thing I want to talk about before I get into the updates of this story is how on earth does something like this even happen? Like, I'm sorry, can we just talk about this? I had the absolute displeasure of seeing this video when I first opened Twitter. Like, I didn't even get the chance to search it up for the video. Like, I genuinely just saw it on my timeline when I first opened Twitter. And I still genuinely don't know, to this day, like 3 days later, how something like that happens. Essentially, Speed was wearing boxers, right? And it kind of flashed through the boxers. I mean, bro, why were you not wearing underwear? Like, can we just talk about that? Why were you not? Something like this happening to me on a live stream would, like, genuinely be a worse nightmare to me. Like it is something when where I first started streaming, it's always been in the back of my head, please never flash something that I don't want to flash. Please don't show something that I don't want to show. Like, but before I turn on every live stream, it is something I keep in the back of my mind. Every single time I've gone live on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and even TikTok, I make sure I am covered from head to toe from absolutely every angle possible. You couldn't get me to accidentally flash anything even if you tried. You best believe that every everything in the background of my camera. Like there is nothing that can get shown. My desktop is completely clear. Like there's nothing on me that can incriminate me in any way. You know, like it's just sort of basic stuff you do before doing a live stream. All of you YouTubers that are watching this, you can relate to this, right? Even like recording videos with a face cam, I make sure there is absolutely nothing, like absolutely nothing that could get in the way. But with IShowSpeed on the other hand, it kind of just seems like his whole setup is just perfectly ready for stuff to get shown that he doesn't need to get shown. Now you might be wondering, what does this mean for IShowSpeed? This guy's clearly had channel strikes in the past, and this clearly is not his first offense. And surely something like this wouldn't slide with YouTube, right? I mean, this is a pretty serious thing, especially considering it was in front of 25,000 people. You know, YouTube's always banging on about how they want to keep their community safe, and you know, like they want to make sure that the guidelines are enforced, like, you know, evenly with everyone. Well, that's where we are today, because YouTube has officially responded to this statement, and pretty much 24 hours after the incident happened. And their response is probably gonna shock you. IShowSpeed won't be banned on YouTube after viral wardrobe malfunction. Essentially, Speed isn't getting any punishment at all for this. Team Z reached out to YouTube for a comment on this situation, and were told that Speed removed his stream from their platform right after the incident happened. Although he did violate YouTube's policies, the site says he's good to continue streaming. This right here is a very odd response from YouTube. Me personally, I don't think he should be banned, right? Because he didn't mean to flash the audience clearly. Like, I just want to get that out of the way clearly. Like right now, I don't think Speed should have been banned for this. But from YouTube's perspective, this is extremely odd. YouTube have always been the type of company to be very strict on their rules and rarely give any leeway, especially for their community guidelines. They're always banging on about how they want the community to be safe. This is obvious stuff, right? That they're not very lenient about it. Now, whether something like this is an accident or not, the context never really matters for YouTube, ever. There have been countless other examples where, like, something that is nowhere near the same level as this IShowSpeed situation have had community guideline strikes given out. For example, some of us commentary YouTubers get strikes and videos taken down for cyberbullying because we call someone mean names that rightfully deserve it, like EDP445. But for some reason, IShowSpeed is able to get away with it because, you know, it was an accident and, you know, oh, we took the video down, so it's okay. Now, I'm not trying to find a reason for YouTube to ban IShowSpeed. I'm just trying to highlight how kind of hypocritical it is for them to not ban IShowSpeed but enforce other policies onto other people that are a lot smaller than IShowSpeed, which are clearly not as bad. If you're gonna sit here and claim that Speed took the broadcast down and that's enough reason for you to not give him a strike, then why don't you let other small YouTubers do that? There have been so many times where, again, us commentary YouTubers get strike down for harassment and cyberbullying and all this other random crap. Why not just send us an email and let us take the videos down ourselves, rather than just sitting there and going, oh, delete, 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 terminate, terminate, strike, strike, strike. You know what I'm talking about, bro? Like, this sort of stuff just happens way too often, and I don't get why they wouldn't ban IShowSpeed if they're gonna ban everyone else for, like, a lot less severe sort of things. And again, I get it was an accident and he took the video down, but, like, bro, there have been so many times where people have accidentally said something like that they didn't know was out of line, and, you know, YouTube just don't care, that they don't have any leeway for it. I don't know, it just seems kind of odd that they would give leeway to Speed but then not give leeway to other people. But anyway, each to their own. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and yeah, I'll see you all over there. Bye.